But first of all, for all the people who don't really understand what Fatima was and, the time period in which it happened, can you just give us a historical background of Fatima?
Yes. And we have to remember that this took place actually in 1917 in a small little village, and really it was mostly just pasture land, hilly areas in Portugal, in the town of Fatima, or near the town of Fatima. And there were 3 shepherd children. They were cousins, a little boy and a little girl that were sister and brother, and then Lucia, who we know more about because she lived to a very old age. She was the oldest cousin, and they were out taking care of their sheep when they did see this. Well, first, a lot of the story is not told, and it'll take too long to tell it all, but the first visitation was actually from an angel, what they described an angel. And then the second visitation, they actually saw a woman, a lady. Well, actually, they didn't call it a woman. They said a lady, but she was supposed to be rather young-looking. And that she floated in, and she did not move her lips, but they did receive communication from her, which is typical in my research, too. It's telepathic. They get it. It's like they knew what it was, or they get it in their heads in some way, for lack of a better place to describe where the information is going. And they also were affected energetically by this being because they described beams of light, high energy coming from her hands,